Hi everyone, happy Technique Tuesday. I had a request to talk about specific English vowels. So here's a fabulous chart created by my friend, mezzo soprano and composer Lisa Neher, and she allowed me to share this. But you should go check out what she's talking about on her channel. She's talking about some of her compositions, she shares her singing, and she talks to composers about how best to compose for the voice. So go on over to her channel and check it out. But let me speak through some of these and talk about some of the more difficult ones and how you can relate them back to your Italian vowels or perhaps some of the other languages like German and French. So the closed vowels, E, just like in Italian, I, just like in German, it's a slightly more vertical sound with the tongue closer to the E place. Oo, as in boot. That's the pure oo sound that we have in Italian and many other languages. In spoken American English, we usually add a diphthong, but we got to get rid of that for singing. So it's a pure boot. And then book, that's the tall, short version. Again, the jaw is just a little more vertical with the tongue in a similar position to the oo. Boot, book, oh. So we have to lengthen that for singing. Open vowels, we have ah as in father, ah as in alligator. So how do we figure this one out? This is technically a mixed vowel. So you want to think a little bit of the vertical as you say this. Ah, ah, ah. And it's actually close to the open E nasal in French. So if you think about ah, it has a little bit more head resonance. So I have my students do an open then close their nose. Ah, ah. That's the nasal, and then you can take some of the head resonance out of that. Alligator. So the tongue comes down a little bit more, less head resonance involved, but it's still a very vertical vowel, and we tend to try to shut down on that. So think tall. Then our open aw, or. That word OR is affected by the American R, but we're not going to think too much about that when we're singing. Oh. It's almost like the tongue is going to move for a schwa, dia, as in the word DEAR in British English. Then we have other. This is almost like a schwa, almost. We're going to talk about a schwa in just a second with the medium vowels. Other. Think of it being very, very close to the in book and the aw, the open aw. So it's a combination of the aw and the o. Other. Again, you're going to want to think of it as more vertical than you want to. Medium vowels. Potato, believe it or not, that's the same as our closed in Italian when we sing especially. Same as in Italian, met. Potato. I always tell my students to think about the Minnesota O. So if you're not sure what that is, you can look it up on YouTube. Just know that it's a very round, active lip position. Oh, with no diphthong, unlike in Baltimore where we say potato. Potato. Really nice, long, pure vowel. And then we do have a schwa in English, about. It is very close, like I said, to that other sound. It's just slightly more flat, but you have to find the vowels that work for your voice and that are going to stay consistent as you're singing. About, I think a lot more vertical, a lot closer to aw when I'm singing that vowel. Now, diphthongs we talked about last time. So sky, this is ah to e. We're going to focus on that ah vowel and barely touch the E when we sing. Sky, sky. Say, same thing. The main vowel is the A, and we're going to close to the E at the very last second, either at the end before we cut off or right before the next consonant. And then blow, we're going to aim for that Minnesota O, and the U comes at the very last second. And toy is more the open aw. And then we have the E at the very last second. So that is a crash course in the English vowels. Let me know what else you would like to know about English singing, and we'll hit that next week for our last video in the Singing in English series.